Today I will show you how you can create such ground explosion using Blender. I will focus on explosion itself without any effects, but still at the end of the video I will show you how you can open it in Unity. Before we begin, I wanted to say that I prepared such scene. It has free shapes and simple animation. That's it, let's start. First, let's create our ground using cube and try to put it on the plane. Don't forget to apply changes at the end. Let's create two materials for now, we will use it later. Using annotation tool, let's draw approximate cracks on the plane. Add cell fracture using Object tab, Quick Effects. Use those parameters. Don't delete original mesh, just hide, we will use it later. And now we can see that we have two colors on the one mesh. Let's delete annotations, and next move it's removing extra parts of the ground. We want to leave only area of interest. Let's apply physics to our fragments. For this, choose one mesh and add rigid body. Enable deactivation and start deactivation. And then copy those parameters to other pieces. You can do it using rigid body copy to active. Now let's add rigid body to other geometry in this scene. Use type passive and checkbox animated if this geometry moves or not. Next we will create a plane on which our pieces will fall, and at the same time will limit the movement so that the pieces don't slide far away. Use original mesh that we hid previously. Separate the top from the bottom and then cut a hole. Triangulate mesh and adjust position a bit. Let's add rigid body, type active and shape mesh. I decided to lift it a bit. Now you can see that those pieces falling on the plane. In scene settings, bake all dynamics. To use this animation in engines, we need to bake movement of each fragment into the keys. Before export, we need to group all of this, because if we don't, in Unreal we will get a bunch of separate animated pieces, although it's not applied to Unity. So create empty object and put all fragments inside. Now we can export. Just use same parameters as I. In Engine, drop our model into the scene, add animator, and create animation controller. Connect it and put our animation inside. That's pretty much it. Also, if you want, you can animate disappearing by lowering position of this object after the end of the animation. You can do it here in Engine or animate null in Blender. Maybe you noticed that we have one material, but in Blender we had two. It's just a Blender bug. To fix it, we need to delete material and reassign it again. And that action will fix this problem. But you need to do it manually for each fragment. That's it for this tutorial. See you in the next one.